I'm Jamie Hooper with Remax Crest and jamiehooper.com, and today we're going to talk about and answer the question, has the Greater Vancouver real estate market hit the bottom and is it on the way back up? So the October sales statistics are in, and they came through as the busiest month of the year. Over 2,800 sales were recorded in the Lower Mainland during October, which is a big increase over September, a 22% increase over September, and a 45% increase over last October. October has been the busiest month of the year, which is kind of unusual. The usual business pattern in Greater Vancouver is the spring is the busiest time, and spring, I'll call the spring between March 1st and let's say June 15th. That's typically when you'll see the most sales happen. Then it slows down a little bit in July and August, and then it's usually busy again through the fall. The business pattern over the last 12 months has been completely different. We were in a buyer's market from November 2018 until April of 2019. So for 6 months, it was a pretty strong buyer's market. Then from May through September, it kind of shifted out. We were into more of a balanced market territory where there's an equal amount of buyers and sellers. Well, if October holds strong, we are in a seller's market again in in a majority of the markets in the Lower Mainland. So what we're going to talk about how we got here and where we think we're going from there. So what's causing this turnaround? Well, I'm not an economist, and quite frankly, to be honest, I'm surprised that this market is coming back at this time of year. What we can attribute it to is number one, what I talk about all the time, population growth and a housing shortage. There's 40,000 people that come to the Lower Mainland each year. Just going back to Expo in 1986, the population of the Lower Mainland was about 1.4 million people. By 2000, it was 2 million people. Today, we're pretty close to 2.8 million people. And by 2040, they say there's going to be 4 million people here. The city is landlocked. You can't go south because of the United States. You can't go west because of the Pacific Ocean. You can't go north because of the mountains. So that leaves, it used to leave the only ways to go east. Well, there's no building lots per se anywhere as far as Abbotsford or a lot of new development happening. So that's why you see all of it now, the new construction, and so much of it going up in the air. We can all talk about how we don't like it and how Vancouver's changing, etc. It's just the way it is. And we, like other major cities, think that we have to just learn to accept it. The next thing that could, and it's interesting, if I noticed, one thing I noticed was the sales on the west side of Vancouver have typically, 75–80% of them each month have been below 2.75 million. What was interesting in October, almost 50% of the sales were above $4 million. Over 30 properties sold for over $4 million. We haven't seen that since before 2016 and the foreign buyers tax came in. Does this mean that we've got some people from Hong Kong coming in and buying up these expensive homes? I don't know, but that was the first thing that came to my mind. Also, inventories are decreasing. So when there's less selection, typically causes a little more of a swing in the prices. So as I mentioned earlier in this video, when we were recapping last year, from November through April, we saw prices continuing to come down. From May through September, we saw them kind of leveling out. And in October, we actually saw them starting to creep up in a couple of markets. Pent-up demand may be another reason why the markets are getting busier. People haven't been scooping up real estate over the last 3 years like they have for previous to that, so that could also be one of the other reasons. And low mortgage rates. You can get a 5-year mortgage for 2.5% at a fixed rate today. Where the market's going for the next 6 months, it'll be interesting to monitor and see if November comes back strong again, which is a month that's typically starting to ease down getting into the Christmas time. So that's it for now. If you have any further questions or would like to get an evaluation done of your property, please let us know. And we look forward to speaking with you again soon about the latest activities in the Greater Vancouver Real Estate Market. I'm Jamie Hooper with RE/MAX Crest and jamiehooper.com, and we thank you for listening.